John, let's start our midweek chat by looking back to the Montrose game, exciting game, 4-3, some great goals. What were the main positives you took out of it?
Yeah, the win obviously, the goals that we scored, I thought they were excellent goals, I thought they were good team goals, 14 passes involved leading up to the first goal, which again, that's a team goal. Kieran Bowie's first goal was an excellent individual goal, great strike, coming in on his left foot, and great, drilled shot into the bottom corner. So, yep. And then again the third goal, 10 passes involved in that, and I know that's not a massive amount, but in League One, for a team putting 14 passes together, and the first goal and then in the third goal 10 passes, it speaks volumes for the style of play that we have. So again, a team goal, very much a team goal, good passing, good movement, great run by Ross down the outside, great ball by Reagan over the top, and then Kieran getting himself into the box to finish it off. And then in the counter attack for the fourth goal, a different type of goal. John Baird does well to get away from the defender and then running through in goal. Thankfully, Dylan, ran a long way, because he's on the 6-yard box when we actually break out, and so he's got a long way to run, or maybe the edge of the 18-yard box. He's got a long way to run to get up to there to support John, and when the goalkeeper makes a save, it comes across the goal, and Dylan's there to stick it away. So his attitude, his desire to get there, that speaks volumes for Dylan, and to get there, which he did even at his Fife. He ran a long way in one of the guns and he got a break of the ball and he stuck it away. So delighted, for everyone. The goals were very, very pleasing. When it got a little bit nervy, we had to hold our nerve. We had to see the game out when it got a little bit nervy. So yeah, great excitement, great entertainment. Bit too nervy for my liking, and I'm sure a few others. But I think, as I've said many times now, I think if you're a neutral coming along here, you're seeing some good football, and you're seeing some exciting football, and you're getting entertained. That's my belief. I think they're 3-0 up at half time, and I can remember way back Turnbull Hutton saying, "Oh, John, can you not get us 3-0 up at half time?" And I think actually one day we did, and I think it ended up very, very similar to Saturday. And I think, for then on in, I didn't think he asked too many times to be 3-0 up, because it just became every bit as nervy. So yeah, that's another one for days gone by.
Yeah. And of course, as you said, many fine performances on Saturday. But special mention, I thought, for Ross Matthews, as well as the assist, the goal that a striker would be proud of, lifting over the keeper. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I mean, he made some great runs on Saturday, Ross. Excellent, good, well-timed runs. And definitely the finish, they had a lot to do. He still had a lot to do to beat the keeper from there. He's running onto the ball, keeper's coming out, not an awful lot of time to decide. And he stuck it away, perfectly. Really, really good finish. Yeah, so I agree. But I thought Ross was sticking out on Saturday. His assist with his weaker foot to get the ball across, right to Kieran to stick it away, was spot on, was right on the money. So yeah, Ross was in an influential game. He does a lot of running, he does a lot of work, he gets back, he makes blocks, he makes challenges, he's got great energy, and he's a determined boy. So yeah, absolutely delighted with that. You need to get a balance in midfield, we can't all be sulky soccer, football players, we need a balance. You need the guts, determination, the drive, the energy, as much as you need, skill and ability. And Ross showed all these qualities. He showed the skill and ability to get into these positions and to get the ball across the face of the goal. But he also does, a lot of, what some people will not see, the dirty side of the game, where he's making a lot of runs and challenges and blocks and getting back and making recovery runs. So, he's been doing really well.
And then looking forward to this Saturday away to Airdrie, it's the sort of game that players like Ross are going to be really called on, as well as all his midfield colleagues. Dylan Tate, if selected, he'll have his work cut out there. But it's Airdrie, a team are going well, and never an easy game through there. No, it's not. It's not. However, we have managed to take 6 points from Airdrie up to now, which is good. We obviously went through there and won earlier in the season, and we beat them at home here. So it's a big game. Every game's a big game. We're now 14 games to go. We've got a 4-point gap on Airdrie, so we certainly want to build on that. Airdrie want us to build on that. Obviously they want to try and cut that point to 1. We want to get to 7. If we can manage to do that, then obviously we'll have stayed top of the table. Obviously Falk are breathing down our neck now. Scored a few goals last weekend and had a good result in the Scottish Cup midweek. So we
certainly don't want to slip up. The players have been playing well, they've got confidence. Of course we're going to have to match them physically for set plays, long throws, corner kicks, all these type of things, free kicks. They're very good at these, and they've scored a number of goals. But we actually dealt with Livingston very well. Livingston are sort of the top team for set plays, long throws, getting the ball forward. Livingston are, they've been doing that in the Premiership, and teams have struggled to deal with it. In fact, even Hamilton at the weekend in the last game couldn't deal with it, yet we dealt with all that against Livingston. So we got beat by 2 penalties and a mistake, so we don't have any qualms about having to deal with long throws and balls in the box, because we've done it, and no doubt we can do it again. So we'll try and go there, implement our game onto them and make it difficult for them, and hopefully come away with a win.
As ever, the speculation amongst the supporters is, who's going to play on Saturday. Without asking for your team off you, you will have that extra option up top with the signing of an experienced striker. Steve McLean has joined us as of today. Yes,
that's right. So we're delighted to get Stephen. He's got vast experience. Obviously, he's a clever football player. He'll certainly relish playing for us and playing in the style that we play. He'll certainly fit into that, and absolutely no problems whatsoever. He gives us extra firepower up front. We were looking for someone with a bigger physical presence in the team. Obviously, John is, he's done great. He's done a little, better in the last few games. So it will be a little bit of a decision for myself and Paul Smith to make as to how we go about this on Saturday. Now adding this firepower to our team, and the style that Stephen plays, and how we can adapt to that and fit into that, and how he can adapt to it and fit into us. So it'll be very interesting. Yes, I'm sure it'll be have the fans milling over next umpteen hours before Saturday at 3 o'clock. But I think it's to bring a player from Hearts, a player who's been playing fairly regularly, maybe up until just recently, the last 2 or 3 games he's been involved with the Hearts all the way through. So to bring someone from a club like that who had, options in the league above, to go there and to come to here, I think it's a massive statement again to actually get a player from the Premiership to come to League One. It's a massive plus again, very similar to Kenny Miller coming and watching us at the weekend there. All the games that Kenny Miller could have went and watched, and he came in and he had a look at us. So it's another feather in our cap that Stephen McLean has decided to come here and give us an extra push to try and get into the Championship.
I mean, the talk since the window opened, the talk has been who would we bring in, and we now brought in Stephen. I'm led to believe that's going to be our activity over for January, as far as we see it.
Well, for January, yeah, because January finishes tomorrow, but we have very similar to last week, as I said to you. Our head's been spinning with a number of players that we've been involved in negotiating with, maybe 3-4 players at a time, and obviously we didn't really need 3 or 4 players because you're trying to get 3 or 4 strikers, but sometimes you're actually having to talk to 3 or 4 and hope that you get one. Now, unfortunately up to now we've been getting none, and that's no doing anything, sometimes totally out with our control, so we've been trying. And of course, as time goes on, then other players become available, some that you would never ever expected. Like, for example, this time last week, Kenny Miller becoming available. So you would never ever expected that. And now, a few days further on, Stephen McLean has become available, and we've managed to get him. And it's a massive feather in our cap to get someone coming from straight from a team like Hearts, in the Premiership, to come here. He wants to come. He's sounding very, very enthusiastic about the challenge ahead. And he's a quality player, and I'm sure he's going to help all our players, but in particular our young players, who will manage to learn from him as well.
Yeah, and just to clarify, with Stephen coming in on loan, how does that? What's the overall loan picture? What have we got left to play with?
Yeah, right. So it has been tricky. It's been tricky. Trying to explain to Matthew Elder with the 5-3 press, and although I've not seen it, I think he has actually described it very well. So up until recently, probably Tuesday when Matthew was in, we had 2 loan deals. We had Ross Monroe and we had Stephen Anderson, but we were leaving a space for Jamie McGlynn to come back, and we were leaving a space for Kieran Bowie, the possibility of Kieran signing for a club and then being loaned back. So that was always a possibility, and has been for some time in my mind, and that's how we've been looking at it. So basically, all our loans were tied up, so we couldn't really bring anyone in on loan because we had to try and keep these loan, positions available. So hopefully everyone can understand that. And then from then, more recently, Jamie McGlynn actually going on the pitch last week for Hibs, you can maybe start to think that Jack Ross is going to keep him, especially when at this moment he's talking, Hibs have lost Ollie Shaw to Ross County and they've actually not brought in any attacking players. So I know Jack's not going to give me Jamie McGlynn or Raith Rovers Jamie McGlynn until such times as he get a couple, 2 in, and so far it's not happened. Yeah. So we'd have to wait and see what does happen there. It would seem like with Kieran, the situation with him being 17, he's a minor. And so to go to a football club, and the football clubs that I've been talking to really seriously are ones from England, and it would mean a cross border and it needs a minor application, which is actually a lot of work, a hell of a lot of work, and it's got to get passed by FIFA or UEFA, one of these guys, one of these big companies, associations. So it's got to get passed for them. And then he would have to be loaned back to us. And to do that, we would have to ask for the same thing, a minor application. And of course that would take a lot longer. So what would actually happen is that Kieran would end up being with the other club. And we don't want to lose Kieran. And to be fair, the other clubs want him to stay here as well because it's helping him develop and become a better player. So that's where we are. So something with regards to our paperwork exercise will probably be done, but Kieran will be staying with us to the end of the season. But it may well be that there's an agreement put in place. That's the sort of, layman's terms, trying to make it very, very simple. Yeah. So that would end up opening up another loan. We've managed, the 3 parties, Raith Rovers, St Johnstone and Stephen Anderson, have all agreed to cancel his loan deal. Now the reason for that is that Stephen injury was a 12-week injury, which was only leaving him maybe a few weeks at the end of the season, and I appreciate that could be important, but it is denying the opportunity for us to bring in a player in right now, and into the month of February, where we're still allowed to bring players in. So as we speak right now, we now have Ross Monroe and Stephen McLean as our loan players. We still now have 2 spaces available. Now whether we take the 2 of them up or not remains to be seen, but we can. We can. And in February, we have the whole month of February to do that. But again, if we can get 1 or 2 in at the beginning to give us this push, then all the better.
And it has to be the right players, obviously.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I've said it before, and I don't mean to be flippant about this, but I could fill the whole stadium with football players if we could afford them. But I can get loads and loads of players, but we're trying to get the 1 or 2 nuggets, the real gems that can really, really make a big difference, And we've brought in a vastly experienced player who knows the game inside out, who knows how to lead the line, knows how to get into positions, to score goals, to create goals, to get us up the park, to win headers, to get us, free kicks. Real cleverness, real nous, real clever, smart, intelligent football player. So we may feel I feel we might need just one more, and so that's where I am. Again, I have a particular player in mind, and we'll see what happens. My thought pattern is no different than it was 6 weeks ago when I tried to get the first striker that I went for and didn't get any for until now. So whether I can get that player or not, but the longer it goes, obviously the less and less are available. But just like Stephen, as I've said, over the course of time, sometimes 1 or 2 things get cropped up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden you can knock it off. And I do believe that is the case right now, and it may well be it is in the month of February when we still have the opportunity to sign players. We also can sign free agents. Anyone who's free, we can sign free agents. So, anyone who's not in contract, we can also do things with that also.
Got you right. Looking at last question with the potential lineup this Saturday, you mentioned to the other press that Dan Armstrong has made a successful return to training. Is he looking good?
Yeah, he is actually. Yeah, he is. Yeah. So that would mean that, from my point of view, we virtually have everyone available who we're going to have available now. You know, obviously Stephen Anderson has gone back to St Johnstone, and obviously Lewis Vaughan is out, and Lewis Allen is in a similar situation. So so we're going ahead basically, without them, and so from that point of view, as we speak, a few minutes past 4 on Thursday, we have a training session to train tonight in what sounds like horrible weather conditions. Hopefully we can get through that without any injuries, and we'd actually be having, like, what I would call now a full strength squad, which would be great.
Great, okay. A final question. You made talk in the last week about something that came out of left field with a potential player. A little bit of a left field question from me. The recent discussion about banning heading of the ball for under 12s. As somebody who started off coaching at the younger age levels, what do you think of that?
Well, I think the evidence would suggest that that's the right way to go about it, yeah. So I would certainly be in favour of that at under 12. I can't remember too much heading of the ball for players under 12, to be completely honest with you. I've never ever seen, sessions with under 12s that was particularly just heading the ball. I have not seen that. But, if we're talking about just heading the ball within games of football, again, the ones who are more at that younger age group, the ball's mainly on the ground. Their pitches are smaller now. There's very few. I mean, you're involved in youth football, so you how many headers do you see in a game?
One a game.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I am not by any means trying to again underestimate this. The evidence is there, but fine. I agree with that for under 12s. I just don't see where it's been happening.
Yeah.
I think if we're going about the old players that are dying from it, then you can understand that because of the balls and all that type of thing.
All that's left to say, John, is thank you and good luck for the weekend.
Thanks, Neil.